turn my thing down.
Hey everyone. We are doing we are doing another live Scrappy chat since we're here together still. And we thought today we would talk about stash kits and using our stash. So hopefully enough people seeing that we're going to be live today, but we just thought it would be fun. I had fun the last time.
I did too. It was really fun.
I got a few people were saying they really enjoyed watching us. So thank you guys for coming. But yeah, so we thought we would talk about stash and using your stash and stash kits, because I feel like that's a big thing right now.
It is a big thing. It's kind of a big trend.
I mean, I know it goes in spurts.
It does.
I mean, using your stash is always a thing, I feel like, because I don't know about you, but I have a lot of stuff.
Well, and I kind of feel like there's a lot of different types of people out there that use different types of stash. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if I'm saying really what I'm meaning, but like, I feel like we buy and then we go through spurts where we use.
Yeah.
Oh, Amberly.
The cat.
She wants my sandwich. Amber.
She's acting like she's not been fed, which maybe she hasn't.
I was going to say, I think maybe she hasn't been fed today.
But hopefully she can wait.
There she is.
Yay! Well, that's awesome. Yes, I think we all need to use our inventory. And I think the hardest stash to use is the oldest. It really is.
It is.
Because, we were a part of we paid for the crop that Victoria did online. And one of the things was, what is the oldest thing? And I was trying to think about that because, I mean, I haven't been scrapping that long.
That's true.
Really, in all reality, I've been scrapping like 6 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that long, but I actually inherited some stuff from other people that is really old or quite a bit older. And that stuff's really hard to use. Like the old Amy Tan. Like I have some old Amy Tan into your Lizzie. And it's way different. And I think I got some like October Afternoon, some of the really old stuff.
Really? I don't even have October Afternoon.
Yeah. Well, and I used some of that in my December Daily album, the first one. I got a lot of October Afternoon because I thought it was cute, the Christmas stuff. And then now I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's really old.
Hey, Beth. Hey, Heather.
So, hey, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
I should have thrown away my sandwich.
But yeah, so I find that really old stuff hard because it's hard to, when I make a stash kit, I like to mix new stuff with older stuff because I feel like I will use it more. It's like forcing myself to use the stuff that's really old. Which really, if I have to force myself to use it, why do I still have it? That's a whole other scrappy chat, right? Why do we keep things that we know we're probably not going to use? But I feel like that helps me use it, but it's really hard to do. Like, so one time when we did the For the Love of Homemade Kits, I don't know if we were using a photo reel, but I had some open book paper and it was the house one. So it looked real, like the real houses. And that was one of the hardest papers to use. Because it was vintagey and it had like house photos on it. And it was like, okay, it's not even like my own house, but you know.
Did you end up using that one?
I did use it.
Because I was going to say, I feel like I remember a layout of you making
I did use it. I think it was a really rough layout. I'll have to link to that video.
You need to link to that after we're done going
in the info box. So I know if you guys watched the last one, we tried to link to some stuff, though I didn't link to Brittany Nicole.
Yeah,
I didn't link, so I need to link to that. But yeah, so what do you guys think is the hardest thing to use in your stash?
I'm trying to think in my own stash. Well, because a lot of the stuff that I have, like I have some older stuff, but I feel like because I've moved, like reorganized my room so much in the last 5 years, it's like every time I reorganize it, I feel like I go through it. And I've actually gotten really good about throwing away the stuff I won't use because I'm so tired of seeing it. Well, and I've been a scrapbooker for over 20 years. Yeah. And so for me, it's a little different. Because of that, I kind of feel
you've already held on to it.
I've held on to it for way too long. Just get it out of my room is kind of the feeling, or what I've noticed, especially this last time when I like culled and went through everything. Yeah, I feel like I got rid of a lot of stuff that I just knew I wouldn't use. And it feels really good. Yeah. And I kind of feel electronic die cutting. Yeah. That stuff's hard.
That it is. Well, and I think with the die cutting or any die, because like, so I gave my manual die cutter away to my friend last year because she was talking about something and dies. And I'm like, hey, I have this. I use it like once a year. So now I'm thinking about it going, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like now I definitely can't use those because I saved a couple of the dies. I gave her some of them, but I saved some because there was a couple that I really liked. Like I had the Maggie Holmes bow, the original Maggie Holmes bow. Maggie Milo, Lisa, she sent it to me. Oh, she had it. And she was like, oh, I'll just give it to you. No. So I ended up with that. But it's like you have to be really intentional about using your die cutters. Yes. Manual or electronic. And you just like you have to use it. Yeah. Force yourself to use it sometimes. Which sounds horrible, like I said. But really it's more of like if you don't use it all the time, you don't think, oh yeah, you know.
Well, and some people don't have the space to like have it out and to just on a whim be like, oh, I want to use that. Yeah. And I have the space, but at the same time, I don't because I'm really bad about putting stuff in front of my silhouette and just being like, okay, this is a place to store things. Yeah. It's something you won't get rid of. Yeah. Yeah. I would never.
Yeah. I would never get rid of the silhouette because like there's so many options to use it for that it just, but like the manual one, I mean, I hardly ever, and I had the We Are Memory Keepers one. So that one, you could only use the thin dies. So you couldn't use the big shot dies, the bigger ones. You can't use
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, if I really feel the need to get something, I would probably get a big shot. But I don't know. I used it like once a year. Yeah. So it was like, okay. And then with that, I have the silhouette, so I could probably get similar images with the silhouette.
Yeah. Okay. So Beth says mixing collections. Yes. That she doesn't go outside of using the collection. I'm kind of like I scrap like that a lot, but then when I make my stash kits, that's kind of a nice time when you can put everything together.
I was gonna say,
and then use it with that kit because it is really hard for me to like if I buy a full collection. Yeah, I have a hard time going outside and grabbing other things from my stash because I have that whole collection right in front of me. Like, why do I need
and if you have everything from the collection or almost everything, I say everything. Can you? I don't even know if you can everything. I mean, we were at Tuesday mornings and there was some stuff from a couple of collections that I was like, I don't remember even hearing that this was a part of the collection. And I'm like, well, this is why it's at Tuesday morning because they obviously didn't sell or something. Didn't share that they had it because there was a couple of little things. And I don't have as much of a problem adding stuff to collections, but I do like to keep the collection I do like to use it together first before I'm just like adding everything. But I do feel like that's where stash kits are really nice because you can take things that you know are similar but are going to look really good. And especially like with the For the Love of Homemade kits, that's where, and when we first started that, we used a piece of paper as the inspiration. Yep. And so we would pull from that one pattern and then
just grab from the stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just grab a whole bunch of things. And so I guess here's a question. When you guys make stash kits, do you just throw anything that you love in there, or do you like to use a recipe or a mood board, or is there like some kind of inspiration, I guess, behind how you guys build a stash kit? Because like we were just saying, that seems to be really popular right now, which I mean, I know it goes in spurts because everybody always has stash. But it seems like right now there are like 3, 4 or so, like, even just on YouTube with our friends and stuff.
Different.
Because there's For the Love of Homemade kits. There is how to Kill a Kit with Style, which is a little bit different. I think it started off a little bit different. I don't know how everybody's doing it now because I've only did it a couple of times. I feel like using more than one type of stash kit is overwhelming to me, but I know that there's some people they love to put little kits together for different layouts and stuff. So I guess that's another question is, do you guys like to build kits for like your for your one photo or with certain photos in mind instead, and so you just have a ton of kits, or do you like to just use one kit? Because I can't use more than one, because then it's just like I might as well just be going in my stash and doing whatever.
Yep. I have to play
then it's like all willy-nilly. Who knows what's going to go on that layout?
Okay, so Heather says she usually starts with one paper and then she builds from that, and that's kind of how we started.
That's how we started
For the Love of Homemade kits.
I feel like we kind of got away with that as we had other people join in, because at the beginning we had all of us would work together to build the kit. There was like 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah, it was like Felicia.
Yep. Christina.
Was Sarah on it?
No, I think it was Christy. I don't think Sarah really. Maybe she played around a little bit.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, there was like 5 or 6 of us, and then we got to a point where we didn't all have the same paper.
Yeah, to build so then we couldn't do that. I feel like once the other ladies really joined us, that's when we stopped doing that.
It got a little harder,
because we were just like, okay.
Yeah, it's harder to find that one piece of paper.
But it's really fun to do. That was really fun to start off doing that, because then we both had one thing that was the same. And you see how everybody else with that one piece, how they incorporate, like how it leans.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
We should do
that. I feel like we really should.
Maybe in October, because we've already planned out.
Yeah, we have already. If any of you guys didn't know, yesterday we posted, because I didn't really share this everywhere, but we posted the August kit on my blog. So Christina had been posting it on hers, which I didn't realize she was doing every month, but whatever, that's fine. And that's how she was sharing it. And so I hardly ever use my blog. And I think January was the first time that I put in like forever and the last time since forever that I posted. And I did share the January kit on my blog. But anyway, so I reposted on my blog, so you can actually download the PDF. So it's a PDF version, or I mean, you can just copy it, the photo
or save it. Yeah.
So but we did a small kit for August just because we did it late. We usually try to get it done before. We're talking about For the Love of Homemade kits.
So Hannah and I have a series that we do we started it together in 2016, and then we took a break for a few years, and then we started it again this year. So it's just a series that we do making stash kits.
And using the stash.
So it's not an actual physical kit that you can buy.
Though that would be kind of fun.
It would be kind of fun.
That would be kind of fun. But you'd have to be able to find
you'd have to be able to find it. No, it's totally fine, Heather.
Yeah, Heather, it's fine. I know. We're all over the place anyway.
We're all over the place.
Oh yeah, I forgot Dolly does the mini kit
Monday.
See, so there's a
bunch of ladies that actually have started doing the mini kit Monday, and I've watched quite a few of them, and it's funny to me sometimes they're not very mini kits.
Well,
like, MINI, like some of them get like really carried away.
It's really easy to get carried away.
I'm not passing judgment. I just find it so funny. Like
I'm the queen of like, let's just add all of the embellishments because I can't just have one like a couple of little things. I have the hardest time with that because I'm like, I want to stay in that kit, and so I want to make sure I have enough. But you know, I mean,
it is hard.
In the end, it's like, as long as you're using your stash, it really shouldn't matter. But there's like this thing that makes you feel like it matters. Yeah, like, going outside the kid. So one thing Sherry was saying is that she has a hard time. She likes to make embellishments with the Project Life cards. Because remember those core kits? I didn't really buy too many of them.
I bought a ton of them.
But I have been gifted them. And, you know, it's like, bless your heart. But I really, it's like, how do you say no to someone who wants to give you stuff for free?
That's true.
But it's like, how many, you know, of the same card? It's like, which means that they had twice as many because they probably just gave me half of what they had.
It's insane. I still, and see, that's one of the things that I haven't totally purged out of my scrapbooking room, because part of me is like, but you can use it, right?
Eventually.
But I'm just like,
eventually,
I really need to just get rid of them. But that's the one thing I've held on to is those Project Life cards. Yes, Janet. She does her 4x4 series. Okay. I don't know that one.
I don't think I watched Janet.
No, you probably don't.
Is she the real life scrapper?
Yeah.
Okay.
She
there's the categories like the real life scrapper.
She has a huge following,
which is not a problem.
She actually just moved to Patreon, so she's not doing YouTube anymore.
Oh,
but
just Patreon.
All her videos, and it's just like $1 a month.
I feel like
is really
this is where I can plug in. Did you know, guys? I'm going to be starting a Patreon.
Hannah's going to start
finally. I'm saying yes. I'm going to do it. So around my birthday is September 18th. So I think that's when I'm going to make it go live. I thought it would be kind of fun to start it on my birthday. So that will give. So I'll talk more about it, but I'm going to be doing some classes on there for the highest tier. So, and other stuff. But one of the things that I am wanting to put on there is I have a scrap bin series on mine where I just take my scrap bin, which seriously is scraps I have had since we were in Hawaii. And I just, I pull depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
But I thought that it would be really fun to share like a lot of my thought process of picking the papers out of there on Patreon. And then, so that'll be, so the 4x4 series is really cool.
Oh, it is?
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. I must have misunderstood. So is that the only thing she's doing on YouTube? I should look that up then. Because I thought she had moved completely to Patreon.
I feel like it's smart. This is like way off topic. I feel like it's smart to like kind of have a couple, like if you're going to do a Patreon, just do a few things on YouTube. Because that's, I think people will find you there first and then they'll follow you. But if you just completely stop posting to YouTube, that's not very good, believe me, because I had last year I didn't post that much. And that's my thing now. That's where I'm at is
tell all
reminding people that I'm still here and I still do amazing fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, and I know it's life, and sometimes you can only do one thing at a time, but because we all got to do it all. But yeah, so yeah. Well, and sometimes I have a hard time cutting up the Project Life cards because I'm like, but I do Project Life, and what if I want to add this to my thing? I have a bucket of Project Project Life cards. They're not all like actual Project Life, but I still have stuff from Scraptastic when they, because you know how one of their papers would be exclusive and it would have the cards, and then on the other side would be a pattern, and I still have some of those.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And when Click Hits used to include exclusive cards, they stopped doing that.
I have some
at some point, and I had that. Yeah, she is on Patreon. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
And that makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Well, and my kind of thing is, like, YouTube really doesn't pay us.
Yeah.
Like, for how long like, seriously, one video could take up to 4 hours to edit.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to do the voiceover, you have to edit, you know, like, it takes an hour or whatever to do the layout, and then you have to actually spend the time to edit it out.
And then you do the voiceover, and you gotta listen to it at least a little.
Like, seriously, some videos take forever.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and I don't mind doing it.
I don't mind doing it either, but I kind of feel like some people are very judgmental.
Yes,
it's like, oh my gosh.
I think it's just the people who don't do it.
Yeah.
Or don't realize what it entails. And yeah. Oh yeah.
I know you were, Heather. I was like, I totally feel you on this, because sometimes some people are so rude. Like,
I know.
I spend so much time doing this, and you're
like, thank you for like, what am I supposed to do with this information? It's like, I didn't make you click on my video.
I know, right? That's what it's like. Like, okay, just keep going.
That's where I just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Oh, that's a good idea, Cherie. 2 Rascod cards full of,
that is one thing I don't have. And
you don't?
That's not a current trend. Well, it was a current trend.
It was.
Like, I didn't get on that trend.
Michael's has their own version.
Yeah,
and I really like theirs. I don't live by an IKEA, so I've never had an IKEA one.
Yeah. If we were in a pandemic, we could have went to IKEA, but they're limiting the amount of people because it's in King County.
Yeah.
So like, you're gonna be waiting outside not
for a few hours.
Yeah. So it's not worth it, but you know.
But you can get them now at Michael's. You should maybe try to get one of those.
Maybe I should ask for that for Christmas, because that would be a good place to put some of my mixed media.
Mixed media,
because my mixed media thing. If you look next to me,
over here,
yeah, it's over there. I'm like just pointing at me. I'm the worst pointer.
I know
things.
You can't.
I don't know
which direction you're going.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh, well, the thumbs down don't necessarily. I mean, I don't know why,
the thumbs down doesn't necessarily bother me, but it's when people like come on and leave a comment saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the worst video," or you know, like that.
Target has them too, Heather. That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't see.
I should check that out. I haven't been to Target in a while, really. Actually, I haven't been to a lot of stores in a while because I've been trying to be really good because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
Says the person who now has a cold because we've been staying up really late.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I feel a lot better. My nose isn't as sinusy.
Well, that's good
today. So
that's good.
So the Fireball helped.
I was gonna say
it's a home remedy. I feel like there was something else someone said, but anyway.
I think we got everything.
Trying to engage, which is the fun part about doing
I know. I really like,
but yeah,
engaging.
Now, I will say I have made stash kits and then not use them. I think I still have one from like last year. So I think that was when I was going to do how to kill a kit with style, and I put some stuff together.
And then you never did it.
I never used it. That also is my problem too.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I know I can only use one kit at a time. Because if I make more than one, I won't use them. Yeah. And even when I was a lot more prolific with scrapbooking and I was making a ton because I was on a lot more design teams and stuff, even then I couldn't.
Yeah.
I think it's that really deep down, I don't like the rules. deep down, I really just don't like the rules. I don't like rules.
Yeah.
Even if it's rules that I've made.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, I feel like it's these rules that I have to stick to. which is horrible, and that takes the fun out of scrapbooking. So that's why I only make one, and I make it really big on purpose because I can't help it. I'm sure when I make our August kit, because I got to do that, and share it before the end of the week. I'm sure it's going to be a regular size kit. It's not going to be any kit, but that's okay. I know. I'm actually hoping to. Maybe what I'll do is mix it in with my kit from July, because I did a pretty good size kit, and I've been like adding stuff to it because it's going just like all month has been. Yeah, but I think we've all accidentally given someone a thumbs down. I've accidentally unsubscribed to people when I was watching, like trying to hit something on it, and I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. If I watch a movie or watch a video, I almost always thumbs up it and I mean, if I have the ability, because sometimes I have like it playing when I'm scrapping, and then that's hard to do. But I really do like to thumbs up any video I watch, because I know that
they need that.
Yeah,
it kind of gives you time. Like, you're like, yes, I got this.
Like people took the time.
It makes you feel good
to do all the work and stuff. And
yes, I do that too, Heather. When I click on someone's video, usually I always give it a thumbs up. Yeah, if I'm able to.
Yeah.
So, because it's a nice way to like support. Oops, sorry, that was me. It's a nice way to support people.
Yeah.
Oh, turn it down. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. It's like, it's just being nice. It's like, I support you. I'm watching your video. I mean, though, I will say I have had to turn off people's videos before, like before the end. I'm like, okay, this is cute, but I'm not continue. Which I feel bad, but I don't say anything to the person because it's not their fault that I like got disinterested. You're funny. But, and I won't say like any names, because like it might just, sometimes it's just like that layout. Just, you like, for whatever reason.
It just depends on your mood too. Yeah. Like I feel like some days I can watch someone, but then other days I'm like, no, sorry, I can't watch you right now. Like, and it's nothing against you. It's just me. Like, I am terrible at commenting too, Heather. Like, because usually when I'm watching scrapbooking videos, I'm doing something else, whether it's like doing the dishes, cleaning the house, whatever. It's just nice to have that just white noise in the background. And then if it's talking about scrapbooking, like that makes it even better.
See, I like to watch scrapbooking videos when I'm not doing anything.
See, that's where we're different.
So I can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I also do it so that I'm not, like, if I'm watching it when I'm scrapbooking, I feel like there's more of a chance that I'm gonna accidentally use their ideas, which isn't a big deal, but I will forget that I've seen it on the video and like give that person credit, because I really am big about, I want to give people credit for things,
and that's good.
Because, you know, I mean, we all get inspired by everybody, and I want to be inspired by someone. I just don't want to be inspired and then not remember that I was inspired.
And that's good.
So, and I really do like watching videos. So it's like, that's why
I just feel like I don't have enough time.
Well, yeah, I know.
And to just sit and watch. And so if I'm already in my room scrapbooking, like I can glance over, you know, whenever I feel like I need to.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Hi from India. Whoop. Oh, and Cherie was saying, back to Janet, she has 47 videos called Kid Crunch.
Oh, that's cool.
So that might be kind of interesting. Well, and Janet is like, she's more like, I don't want to say me, but like more traditional scrapbooker.
Yeah.
You know, like classic old style. And I think that's the reason why you probably haven't seen her, because those types of videos are different from what you watch.
Those so I was gonna say those are the people
that you don't
that
watch.
I tend to not watch as much. It's not that I don't appreciate that style.
It's just not your style.
I just sometimes get bored with it, so I can't watch it all the time. But their layouts always, like, I don't know. If someone took the time just to share the layout, I feel like, you know, there's something about that too.
Beth says she loves watching while she's folding laundry. I do too, actually, sometimes.
I've done that.
Yeah. But then
I'll put it on the big TV.
Yeah. But then I can't comment when it's on the TV.
No.
Yeah.
So you have to.
So that is the sucky part. It's like you have to bring it up on your phone once you're done.
Well, sometimes I will have it on my iPad and have it streaming to my or whatever, because it'll, I don't know, you can connect to the TV and then you can do that ish. Like, there is a way to do it. It's just a pain.
It is a pain.
Yeah. So yes, ours is called For the
Love of Homemade
Kits. And there should be quite a bit of playlists.
Yeah. We can put it in after the live is over. We'll put in the description, we'll put a link to it. But Hannah has it on her blog for this month. Yeah. So we'll link to that.
So my blog should already be in the info.
It is.
Because I have that, so that's always, of course, well, I'll have to fix it because it has my old blog.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't fixed it since.
So we'll link it in the description below so you can find it easily. Cherie, you're amazing. You iron. I never iron.
Yeah. Every once in a while. We actually own an iron because my husband, every once in a while when he has to use his dress stuff, he always is like, I need you to iron it. And every single time I do it, I'm like, you really just need to take this to the dry cleaner and have them press it really nice, because I feel like you're going to get in trouble because the creases aren't going to be right. And I am like the worst ironer.
Ironer.
Yes. I'm just not very good at it because
do we need an iron?
I mean, this is what
we're not fancy around here.
I mean, if I really need it not crinkly, you can stick it in the dryer for a short amount of time, and that also can help. Yeah. Or you could just buy clothes that don't crinkle.
I actually have ironed in the last year quite a few times because my kids have had band concerts. So I'm like, maybe they shouldn't look so super frumpy.
Maybe, right?
Maybe I should present them a little better. Ooh, wow, husband. That would be nice. Mark does do a little bit of ironing if it needs to happen.
Yeah, my husband doesn't. But he does other stuff, so I can't really
complain.
I can't complain, so really can't.
How do we get on this subject?
I don't know, because we were talking about when we watched
folding laundry.
YouTube and watching and stuff. Okay. But yes, so I know one of the things, so here's a question that I'm going to tie in that we got asked before, but after we did our other one, someone was curious about our favorite scrappy trends. And is that something that you tend to think about putting in your kit, or is that stuff that you would just use outside of a stash kit?
Yeah. It kind of depends. Well, because now we do everything based on a recipe.
Yeah.
And so I think the recipe is kind of what gears me to pick what I put in my kits.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. But like when we are coming up with things, sometimes we try to go with scrappy trends, but then I think sometimes we don't. Like, because our main goal is just to use our stuff, right? Like we want people to reach and get those things that they aren't using.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one thing I will say. We usually try to find something that is maybe something we haven't used in a while.
while.
Like there was one time we added brads. That was really hard. that was really hard. I don't like brads. And I don't understand why. So Megan and I are mostly the ones who come up with it. We have, so the recipe for August is on my blog post. So
we can post
the July one. If you looked up for the Love of Homemade Kits playlist for this year, then you could find we all have it.
Yeah.
So
there should be one playlist. I don't remember.
There is one playlist because I made it.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. So we'll have a link down below to Hannah's specific blog post for the month of August.
Yeah.
But her and I come up with everything that we want to put in the kit. But then, I mean, it's always up to your interpretation. It's not like you have to follow, these rules.
Because there's a lot of times I will be like, like
I don't
in
have
July
that.
We had cardstock, and that was the second time. Well, okay, so I will rephrase it isn't always just me and you, because there's been some months that Christina has helped quite a bit, because she really liked doing it.
She did.
She's doing some other kit stash stuff right now. But then also, like at the beginning, after those first few months and people started joining us, they would help. So, because I remember Felicia was helping. Yeah. And I want to say, was it Christy or Sarah? I think Christy was doing it with us, wasn't she?
I think she was.
I don't know.
It was so long ago.
But I remember we just did a group chat and we would just kind of come up with it. And when we first started it, we didn't have like a PDF thingy or like an image. And that was something we started doing this year, which was a really good idea. That was Christina's idea. It was a really good idea because now anybody who wants to play can just grab it. And it's not like, oh, look in Hannah's info box, description box and find it. And hopefully it's there because I thought I was doing that at the very beginning and we just looked the other day and I didn't have the recipe for the first couple of kits because that was one thing we thought would be really fun was to go back to when we first started doing the kits. And I think the reason why I didn't post it in my info box, because it was a lot of info, is that I had posted it on my blog, but back then I had .com instead of WordPress.com, and that screwed me over because when I switched back over just to plain WordPress, because I decided I wasn't going to waste my money since I'm not selling anything on my blog. So that I didn't need it, which I really don't. Yeah. I'm glad I did it. But I lost all those, unfortunately, because silly me didn't save it. Because why would I do that? But
well, what are some of the current trends that we like?
Yeah, what are some of the current trends? Do you have some? I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm really out of the loop, even though I hadn't stopped scrapbooking for the year. I just wasn't keeping up with everything because I wasn't.
Well, I think right now one of the bigger things is sequins. Like a lot of people are doing sequins and not just like.
See, and I haven't been doing sequins that much.
You haven't.
But I had a time when I was using sequins like on everything. Yeah. So I feel like that's like just an thing. I have to remember, oh yeah, I have like a bunch of, I have a whole drawer.
But it's not just like just adding sequins to a layout. Like it's like incorporating a whole artistic page built around.
I have a hard time
sequence.
Doing that.
And I'm like, holy cow! Like
that's a lot of sequins.
That's a lot of sequins. Like
I like to use them like enamel dots.
Sandy and Christy,
and they have some really awesome layouts. They look,
they're amazing. We need to link to them because they're amazing. But like there's
who was it that did like, was it a hot air balloon or something? Was it? Oh goodness, was it Nora? Laura, I think she did something.
Oh, well,
was it
recently? I think she did a light bulb.
Oh, it was a light bulb. See,
I was like,
light bulb, hot air balloon.
That layout that Moira did was really, really good. I really liked that one.
It was like,
but I think sequins are kind of a big trend right now.
Yeah.
And like doing it in a very different way.
Yeah.
Like incorporating it in the whole layout.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that's kind of huge right now. But that's the only thing that I can really think of. I don't know. Anybody else notice any trends?
Yeah. List some trends that you're seeing that you really like.
What are you? I'm not in the loop right now. I know mixed media, I feel like is always.
That's been a trend. I will say a lot more people are using mixed media, which is nice because I love. Yes, cut files. Yeah,
that is a huge trend. Like I have been invited to like so many cut file shops on Facebook recently. Yeah, COVID-19 layout.
Yes, that's true. See, now I haven't really done any layouts because I'm doing mine. I'm doing my documentation. No,
words.
Words are just. It's my sinus problems, really. And lack of
notebook. A traveler's notebook?
No, I'm not doing it in a traveler's
notebook. Oh, you're not?
I'm doing it in Pocket Pages. I'm just incorporating that stuff in my project life. So that's why I really haven't done any layouts. Yes, I love cut files, but I have to remember to like.
I know we were talking about that earlier.
I just really need to remember to like, get everything situated.
Well, and I kind of feel like with cut files, at least for me, I have to cut a ton out at a time, and then it's like, okay, I'm good.
So yeah, I can't patch cut.
No. Well, I think that's how.
Which means I have to start off knowing I'm going to use
a cut file,
so that I do that because it's gotta be part of the whole thing. Because I actually really hate stopping.
I do too.
A layout, so like
I do too. And I think that's the biggest reason why I don't use cut files is because I hate it. Like, oh, this cut file would be so cute on this layout, but
yeah, I know. It's really hard for me, and this is going to sound funny because I do mixed media all the time. It's really hard for me when I start a mixed media layout and then I have to start another background because I'm waiting for it to dry. But then I end up with all these backgrounds and then I don't use them all.
Yeah, you don't.
Like I still have 3 or 4 layouts on my iMovie, like for part of it that I never finished, that I started.
That's so funny. Yeah,
that's part of my goal.
That drives me insane. That. Cherie, do you have a YouTube channel? I mean, I'm guessing you do. And a TN.
Now, one thing with the TNs that is kind of popular right now is the TN albums. I know Citrus Twist is kind of like on that job, but it seems like a lot of people are like documenting just in that like smaller album, the 3x8, right? That's 3x8, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
or
because they'll put even like pockets in there and stuff, which is really kind of fun. But I have a heart like that's like I don't mind doing a traveler's notebook, but like once you put it in the pockets and make like protectors, like I did buy one from Citrus Twist because they're super cute. They're super cute albums. I'll show you when we're not on live. I mean, I can go get it. It's not that far, but they're super cute. But it's just like I got to think outside of the box because I'm so used to having it in the TN, like right there.
Yeah. Changing platforms is hard sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel like. Yeah. But you do a lot of different size scrapbooking though.
I do.
All the time. Like I'm basically just 12 by 12.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, okay. You make TNs and junk journals working on getting up. That's awesome.
I like using different things. I think that keeps it interesting for me.
Yeah.
But the hard part of it is like you're always doing something else. So sometimes you can, lose people in the mix.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
that's all good.
It happens. Really, oh, that's cool. You're working on getting inventory. That's awesome. Yeah, a retirement side hustle. Yeah.
Hey, that's sounds like the ultimate retirement side. It's like your main hustle.
I know, right? Doing something you love and making money off of it.
I know. Well, and that's awesome. Really kind of where my husband is pushing me at. He's like, you love to do this. Why can't not so that I'm bringing it, because he knows I'm not going to bring it in the bank. but I think he just wants to encourage me to really I spend so much time doing this stuff I love. Why not make money?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's a fun little side hustle.
Yeah.
Well, and then another question is, what are your least favorite trends?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question, because
that is. I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of stuff that people are using. I don't know. See, this makes me feel like I'm really behind the times. I feel like I'm
we don't really know anything.
I'm the mom of scrapbooking. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, your Cricut. Does your Cricut have the cartridges, or do you have the other Cricut, the newer one?
The new one.
Because I imagine that's probably really nice now that you can get the new one and use different types of
cut files and everything. Yeah, it's kind of nice that they went towards that.
Yeah,
because I know that was something that Cricut people were missing out on.
Mm-hmm. I know. Let's see. What is some of the stuff that they talked about at CHA? It's not really CHA.
It's Creativation not CHA anymore.
Sorry, I still call it CHA. I can't get past that.
Oh no, Cherie.
So one thing that used to be a scrappy trend, but now I feel is not so much, is podcasts and
That's
stuff.
True.
Which is quite interesting, because podcasts outside of scrapbooking is really popular right now. Mm-hmm. So no, my cat is jumping on stuff. So okay.
So many collections have pink or more feminine colors.
Yes. Yeah, I do agree with that. It is really hard to find a good boy theme.
Yeah.
Or neutral theme, not even just boy.
I agree.
It is hard to find that.
That is very true. Well, and it's not even just so much just boy collections, but it's certain colors for girls that are always in collection, like pink.
Yeah.
But then purple's getting a little bit more present, but I have a son that likes purple, but it's always a girl collection.
Yeah.
Or it's always girly or flowers. And it's why do we have to stereotype? Yes, I know that that's the norm, but I have a son that likes purple, but that doesn't mean he wants all the girly things that go along with the rest of that collection, So it does make it a little hard.
Yeah, we tried to do a podcast. It's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah, and we thought about rebringing it back last year, and it was going to be too much work. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a lot easier if you're doing it by yourself, but when you add other people in the mix, it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Because my microphone, I think the problem was my microphone wasn't good or something.
It wasn't.
It wasn't very loud.
And I couldn't, it was grouping all of tracks together, and you need to have 2 separate tracks. But it was interesting to learn kind of how to do it. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of work.
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Andrea's doing hers back up again,
thing,
which is really fun.
I'm excited.
So one thing that is kind of a trend right now is bye. All of the subscription-y type scrapbooky things, because you have Andrea, she's doing all her her magazine, and she has stuff there with subscriptions.
Yeah. Well, and the Scrap Gals podcast is a subscription.
I feel like that's kind of sort of a trend.
Yeah.
Like,
and now you can
build people building their own little communities within this big community, which is kind of cool, but hard because you can't be a part of it all. You gotta pick a couple, and that's really, how do you pick a couple? It's hard. It's hard. See, I am like Miss Congeniality, really. I like to be friends with everybody because everybody has something that maybe I can learn from. And I just like knowing different types of people. But if I'm paying for it, I'm not paying for like 50 different types of people. I don't love people that much. So you do got to kind of get picky about. So it's fun because, especially if you don't fit in like with the cool kids or the other people, you know, it's like sometimes some of those, like Hip Kit, I feel like their group is somewhat kind of hard to like get into.
I kind of feel like sometimes Paper Issues is the same way. I wanted to be like a Paper Issues fangirl, but
you didn't do all the cool things that they have.
I know.
You got to do all the cool things.
You got everything. You got to just don't. You got to have that life.
You got to stay online. They have a lot of stuff in their group.
I know,
like,
they do.
Just like meme things, and it's really fun. But you got to consistently be in there to like really start getting to know people. Because when I first started scrapbooking, I did a lot of stuff with Paper Issues, and it was really fun.
Yeah,
it's how I met Orange a little bit. I mean, then I was on a design team with her, and I don't know her that well, but you know, it's like
actually her name.
No, but that's what she calls herself.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
I forget.
I've never talked to her.
I know what her real name is, but I don't remember.
Everywhere.
I don't remember what it is.
Heather, we don't fit in either. That's okay.
See, but
yes. And that's, I feel like that's a good way to do it. Is like,
it is.
You kind of just break off from everybody else and do your own thing.
Yeah, you find the people
like, that you get along with
and
that you enjoy spending time with. Because like, I went through a phase where it was like really frustrating seeing everybody like doing everything, and I'm like, why can't I be like that? But now it's kind
sometimes,
of like,
and I think this is where it's hard because I can see like you and Heather are a little bit more like this. You like to be asked to do things, and I'm like, hey, I'll do this.
Yeah, I want people to.
I have no qualms about asking. Like, just I was that girl who invited herself over at People's House. I'm joking. I was much more polite than that, but you find ways to like be like, maybe you can invite me over. You know,
that's funny.
But like in this setting, I actually really have no qualms about inviting myself into things.
And there's
sometimes you have to.
There's because like what's her name just did her summer series, Audrey.
Yeah.
Like, and I kind of like that, you know, where she's inviting people.
Yeah, she's just like,
and you don't feel like you're imposing.
Yeah.
You know, like she just wants people to join in. And that's kind of what I like. Like, I like people to just be like, hey, this is something I want to do.
Yeah, you want to do it.
Or if you just want to think of me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I sound really bad right now. But that's okay.
Megan's not bitter at all.
Not bitter.
She's not bitter. Not one bit. She's not been burned at all.
Oh, let's not go there.
No, we're not going to air all the
dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry.
No.
Yeah. I think part of the problem is with the scrapbooky community is everybody has like their differences, like different personalities, and it's trying to find like where you fit in certain situations. Like, because I think that's part of it, right? Like, because I get along with a lot of different people, but I kind of have to forget about some of the other things that like either are going on or because it's just like I don't want to be in the drama. So like if I see drama, I'm like, what?
You're good at excluding yourself from the drama. I am not. Yeah. So
well, some of it is not your fault though. I feel like that. See, but though with that said, I do feel like sometimes I get dragged in and I don't take the bait though. Yeah. And that's the thing because I'm not about that. It's like, we're here to have fun.
We are
and
here
if it's not going to be fun, right?
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
So Brianna says, I'd rather have it be open and include everyone.
Yeah. See, and I
agree with that. Like, because then, especially where we have so many like new people joining, like every day.
So
then they get a chance to become part of the community, and they don't have to sit on the outside. Like, I remember when I first joined YouTube, and I just was like, whoa, like stars in my eyes, like, what is this place, you know, kind of thing, and I felt like I was on the outside. And then I like started getting into, I think it was click kits and like things. And like, you just kind of get a feel for it. And then you find your people. Yeah. But I think opening up like our series and our hops and everything to people that are maybe new or want to try it, like that helps those people find.
That was the hardest part of when I was doing, for the Crafty Maven doing the calls. That was the hardest part because I wanted everybody to be a part because I like, even if I didn't necessarily care for that style or whatever, it was like a way that I could include people who weren't maybe feeling included.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all have something to offer. And that was the hard, like I always just let everybody in. There was a couple of people that I was like, okay, and I had to like really nicely say, I think you need to work on this and this, you know, which is it's like so hard. I do not miss that part, and it's part of the reason why I haven't even tried to do more with the Crafty Maven, because that was part of why I started that. I say we because I was talking to you when I started it, but that was part of the reason why I started the Crafty Maven, because I wanted a place where we could all kind of just like come together and share and be different, but share with something in common. So there was something for everyone.
Yeah.
And, but like when you have people, everybody wanting to share, you kind of like, you realize there has to be some kind of standard. And that was really hard because
it is hard.
It's hard to tell people no.
I don't know how like people on design team, like the heads of design teams, I don't know how they do it because that would be awful. Like,
but yeah, when I was on Click Hits near the end, they would ask us like, because I was a little bit more in management. I don't know. I don't know where I really was, but I was a little bit more. And, you know, they would ask, like, who do you want? And so I'd be, like, trying to scroll around, trying to find, and I'd be like, what about this person? Like, you know, I'm naming, like, 10 people. And it's like, okay. But, like, I get this feeling that, like, I'm not picking the right people. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just telling you, people.
That's funny. Yeah, I do
know.
not envy that job. That would not be fun.
Oh, hello. We're live.
Say hello.
Oh.
Say hi, YouTube people.
Hi, YouTube. I thought.
What?
Can I have hot cocoa?
Yes.
Yay.
See, now she doesn't care that she's on.
Brianna says hi, Lonnie. I think that was a hi.
Yeah. Well, see, and here's the thing is now they've been watching YouTube a lot. And so I think they're like, oh, wait, lots of people can see me. But yeah. Okay. So does anybody have any trends that they like or dislike? I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I feel like we're in this weird thing, like COVID suck zone that like has really it hasn't affected our community, but it has affected our community.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what is a trend right now? Online crafts.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. I'm seeing a lot of those come up. Not that that's a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing because
it is a good thing.
You can, you can
like, interact with people
at your home.
Mm-hmm. At home.
You don't have to go out.
Yeah. Yep.
You just lock the door and say, just slide my food underneath the door. It's all good.
Only scream if you are bleeding.
Yep.
Go ask your dad.
That is a trend that I've been seeing. But I feel like because of COVID, there's so like everything's all discombobulated. Like when stuff is coming out, like Maggie Holmes things, her collection took forever to come out.
I don't know. You're the Maggie Holmes person. I'm not.
I like Maggie Holmes.
She talks about Maggie Holmes like every day.
Sorry,
I'm kind of like, okay.
I like it. I don't know.
I know you're funny though. Yes, Beth, we're enjoying the online crops too. Did any of you participate in Victoria's online crop this past weekend? Because we did, kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
And that was fun. That was really fun.
Well, and she has her challenges up till the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be working on that. So you guys are just going to see a whole bunch of challenges that I'm doing.
It'll be fun.
Because now we don't have the
video
every day.
But I feel weird now.
I know. I was like, I noticed
there should be videos on my channel and there's nothing. Like,
I was
like,
noticing.
WTF? What's going on?
I know. I was like, wow, it's been 4 days since we posted it and it was alive. I'm like, the last time I posted a real video was like 6 days ago. And I'm like, it's not enough.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that was
okay. Because Heather Heather's doing that. I've never actually like ordered anything from that store. Have you? I don't know if I'm even a member of the group. Do you?
I feel like I ordered from them once, maybe.
Okay. Because I want to be. I want to. I just haven't yet. Like ordered anything.
I feel like I have like once or something.
You should check
their
out
crops are fun.
Yeah. Do you guys do them on a monthly basis, Heather, or is it like bi-monthly or something like that? Hey, Dolly, right? Is it Dolly?
Is Dolly scrapping on the goat or is Dolly? I don't remember.
I think
maybe.
I think it's Dolly, right? We're the worst.
This is really why it's good to have.
It is Dolly. Okay. See, I knew.
You were right. You were right. I was like, I think so, but there was someone else who, for a minute, I thought it was Dolly, and then I'm like, wait, no. So I get confused. It's monthly for a while, but your next one is. That's a good time, though.
That is a good time.
That is a good time.
Yeah.
I'll have to write it down so I
know.
don't forget, because I will forget.
Do you know what weekend it is, Heather, yet? And is it like, do you guys have like a group or is it just on the Facebook page? Because I know with the Scrapbooking Store Kit Club, we do like a once a month like live, and it's on their Facebook page, not in the group.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Angela.
Hello.
And Dolly. I didn't mean to not say hi, Dolly.
Welcome, ladies.
It's like Dolly is one of the OGs, too. Gonna say,
I just found out what OG means.
I know. She didn't know what it meant.
I didn't know what it meant. I hear Victoria say it all the time, and I'm like, I have no idea what this means. I'm not cool.
Okay. We'll have to go and look on it and write it down. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
It's posted in there. So there is a group. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm part of the group. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Because for a while I stopped like trying to be in every single group.
I know.
There's so many
need
groups.
To go through and cull my groups again. I feel like I get invited to so many groups, and I know.
I was just invited to another
I don't want to be in this
group, but I think it was for like some hop that I said I would probably do. Well, and so this I will say right now, like this summer-y whatever, like July into like the fall, there are so many hops. There is a lot of hops. And I feel like I've said yes to a lot, and now I need to go back and write. I didn't write down all the dates, and I'm like, am I even going to be able to do it?
Okay,
yeah. Brianna, I have that problem too of staying active in the groups so like part of my hard problem with it is like one, being on the West Coast, which is interesting because when I was in Hawaii, I didn't feel like I had a problem.
I know,
but maybe because I hung out with other people like in Australia and England, and so
you were closer.
It made it different.
Yeah.
But also, like during the school year, a lot of times during the day, like I only get small chunks of time to get online because I need to have, because I homeschool. And so I need to like actually be there to teach my kids, which sucks because like lunch, I want to go check. And then I need to make sure I check my messages with Megan or, or whatever, or someone else. And like then next thing I know, I'm like, I just wasted my time. So that's one of the goals that I've been trying to work on, especially sort of in July, but I'm hoping to do it more this month and next month, is just to like pick a couple of groups and to be active there.
In those groups.
And I'm saying this, and I have my own group, and which, by the way, we have like a little over 900 people in that group.
Cool.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I was like, wow, that's like a lot.
That's a lot.
It's like we need to get everyone talking, and that's part of the problem. But it's hard.
It is hard.
Like, how do you do it and have a life? I mean,
it is really hard. That's why I'm a little bit jealous of people that can do this as their hobby, but then also kind of like it's their job too. Like, because it's never going to be just my job. I would love it to be just my job to be, in the Scrappy world, but I mean, in all reality, I have to work outside the home. Like, I mean, it's never, I mean, it might change when the kids go, grow up, but it's like right now, it's definitely not.
Beth, my group name is the Crafty Maven Getaway Destination.
I think so. I don't know why. Oops,
I think I put destination after.
Yeah, because you kept having people get into the design team one, didn't you? Or something?
I think so, even though it was not
my groups. Okay, we're gonna figure this out if I can find it.
You just the Crafty Maven Destination Getaway Destination. I'll make sure I link it.
Yeah, we'll link it below
too. Yeah. So. Yes.
And then she also losing my voice.
Yeah.
She also has the Crafty Maven Getaway
YouTube channel. Which I don't believe has had anything posted on because I haven't posted on there.
I haven't posted.
I have to decide what I want to do with that YouTube channel, really.
You go and
yeah. Because I started it with this great big intention of it being a place where a whole bunch of people could get together and share their videos, but with like a theme. So, we have different days of the week and stuff, but it's just too much to manage.
Yeah.
And I feel like our community has really changed. We used to be really cool about all of us, but this was when there were so less people.
There was a lot
too.
less,
and I think that was part of it. And so I feel like the time has come and gone for that. As much as everybody, I think, loves it, who watches it, the people a part of it, I feel like it's hard for all of us. So, Well, and here's the thing, though. I didn't really like toot my own horn when I did it because I didn't want it to be about me.
Yours,
it's about a whole bunch of YouTubers getting together on one channel and sharing stuff. And that was the fun part of it. It was like a whole bunch of us friends who are YouTubers, or we could feel like friends. I mean, because we've had Arit was on there for a while.
Yeah.
Victoria was on there for a while. So that was that was OG.
That was
OG.
Oh,
I mean,
so long ago.
And part of it was because you had Sandra and Lisa, who had some stuff that was similar, but not really. And they kind of were going away. And I felt like this need to like keep what was losing because like 2Ps was gone and all this stuff. And like, I really just wanted to keep that spirit alive. Like somehow it was going to die. I mean, I don't know, but and have that camaraderie of all of us being able to get together. And I mean, so many people, so many YouTubers just were like, yeah, let's do this. Let's help. I mean, it came together so fast and it was so fun and stuff. But I just feel like as time went on, I didn't realize how it was gonna be later.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't necessarily want to close it because I want to have the option, but I'm thinking more of it being more like mine now and not like a collective thing. So it kind of I just have to have that, way to like think about it differently and how do I make it different but better. And I don't know, and off of like the original concept, but still keep that concept because there's this thing about keeping that and having a place that people can get inspired by. And yeah.
I was having to step back.
I know, and
this last year has just been crazy.
The last few years, I don't talk about this a lot. But I'm going to talk about it because you know what? Maybe it'll make people like, I don't
realize
know,
that life is not always perfect.
A few years ago, my home was like very much falling apart. My husband has some issues with mental health stuff, and it very much impacted me and the family. And I had to just keep myself together and to keep the family together. And it was super stressful. And it was really hard to have a different life at home and be the person that I needed to be online. And it like got to a point where I just didn't know where that Hannah was. And I was trying to be her. And I wanted to be her. And she was just getting chipped away. And just and stuff. And so last year, about a year ago, I kind of had to put my foot down and say, things need to change because if they don't, I can't do this. And so, so now this year I'm dealing with a lot of the trauma that I didn't realize was going to be there from that. And I laugh only because like, that's really how you got to get through it. And so it was like this past year working on that healing process and realizing just how much like being crafty and this whole community, like I missed everybody. I missed being able to know what all the trends are. I mean, like it pains me so much to like, I don't know what every little thing is anymore. And part of it is also knowing that like I'm not going to be able to know what everything is, and that's okay too. So it's like this whole thing, like I had to take like this whole year of really working on me, working on a whole lot of other stuff. And I really feel like I'm in a place now where like the old Hannah, she's back, but she's better and she kicks ass. And and I'm at a place where I can share that now. I can share, because as much as this hobby is about filling my cup, it also takes from my cup. And I don't mind that. Like, I love that I can be a part of something where we all can share together and be encouraged together and inspired together. But, there is that, it's like finding that balance. And so, but I'm more in that place now. And so it's like, I need to do it. But, I mean, and we all do need a break too. And this is the thing that I think that I've really learned is like, there was so much unbalance and I didn't even realize it because you're just striving to like do all the cool stuff and buy all the cool stuff. And And like, you can't always do that in every season in your life. And just being okay with that and figuring out what for each season and everything. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the key, Heather, is listening to yourself. Like, I wasn't listening to myself because I always have been like, I always put on a happy face because I'm always happy because I always can find something happy, but it's like, I wasn't listening to the other unhappy parts.
You were being honest with yourself,
you know, and needing that break, it really helped too. It's like taking that break and, you know, not forcing myself to scrap and have to be you know, put on that face again for everyone. And so, and not that no one would have been mad, because it like, that wasn't even it. It was like more because I just like, I have to do that. That's just like part of how I am. And it's like, so yeah. So now that I'm back, it's like trying to figure out where is my place now that things have changed, because things have so changed this past year, which is awesome and great, because that's how our community is, and that's how the whole scrapbooking thing is. But figuring out like, okay, where do I want to fit with how I am now, and knowing that I have to think of myself too. So
yeah,
you know, and now that I'm not buying everything, how do we use our stash? Well, for real, I am hardly buying anything.
Even
anymore.
though you're not buying anything, I still can tell that like your stash is so much smaller than mine. Like, it's so
I feel
funny.
Like I have so much stuff.
I know, and you talk about that, and I'm just like, oh dear. Like, my whole room is like covered in just scrappy stuff, and it's just funny to see the difference between your stash and my stash.
Yeah.
But you definitely are like a minimalist, I kind of feel like, in a lot of ways, more than I am. But I know you're not.
I love how you
but like, your stash is so like she has 6 drawers over here, and she has a few drawers under here. But like, I swear, every inch of my room is
but
covered.
Megan, don't forget. Ow, sorry. Oh my gosh, I just got my hand stuck. I have 3 of these.
I know you do, and you do.
With old clip kits and hip kits,
more
because I can't throw anything stinking away.
By the way, I need to go through this and pick out stuff, right?
You know, like,
you said you were going to give me stuff.
I mean, I still. Yes, pick what you want and take it with you. Well, I say that, and then I might.
I know you're
not
going to
be
be like,
able to
no, you cannot have that.
Like, yeah.
The one thing.
But like, seriously, I have. See, look it. This is from a hip kit. So, like, I haven't gotten hip kits since I left Hawaii.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, like, yes, this will be the 4th year.
4 years, yeah.
I have stuff from click kits before I was on their design team, and I was getting click kits. I have stuff from.
So you do have like old stuff.
I do have old stuff.
Yeah, you do. But it's just not like mine.
But yes. But there was a time when I was scrapping so much that I actually used a lot of it too, though. So, I mean, I have so many layouts that need to go. Like, okay, so in my bedroom upstairs, I have a closet about this size. That whole top part in my closet in my bedroom has layouts that need to go into page protectors and albums. No lie.
So you need to start spending money on page protectors and
albums. That's
albums
really what I need
instead
to do.
of buying all the new collections. You need to start putting away.
But I can't do that.
I know. It's hard.
Sometimes I need some new
It's
stuff.
hard.
I need some new
I
stuff
know.
sometimes. I mean,
it's hard.
But I am trying to use my stash because I did love it when I bought it. Well, most of it. I mean, I think that's the hard part about when you're on a. Stop! She's trying to play with the cat, and the cat does does not want to take part in this.
I think that's our sign that we need to go.
Okay. Stop.
And the cat is just sitting there because, you know, she knows her power.
Yes, she does. Come on, out.
That's kind of how the cats in my neighborhood are. They will sit in our yard and just listen to my dogs bark at them because it's fun. It's the game.
There we go. I just kicked the dogs out.
Cats are evil.
They don't get into it.
I need to post all my photos of your cats that like giving me the evil eye photos. I have been able to catch Mako a couple of times giving me the evil eye.
I know he really does not like you, and I don't understand.
He can tell I'm not a cat person. I think that's what it is. He's like, nope, not gonna mess with her.
I know, and he really wants to come in here because he's been stalking this room now. Because he comes in here, like he'll lay right on my desk on top of my stuff. I just posted a picture a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
he's laying right on my layout.
That was fun.
Getting hair all on it. But
yeah. Well, and I think that's when it started for me too, Dolly, because I moved 4 years ago and I had so much just bleep that I never had even touched in like 10, 15 years. And it's like, why do I still have this? So that was the start of it 4 years ago, like culling everything and going through it and throwing it away. And then after we moved into our new house, I did it again and again. And yeah.
Yeah, see, Beth, I had that problem too when I first started scrapbooking because I was so new.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a phase that every scrapbooker kind of has to go through. Like, some people don't go through it as much as other people, but like, there's this thing of like, you got to figure out what you like, and you're not going to do it by not buying things. So you buy things. Well,
and I kind of feel like there's a difference between like YouTube / Facebook scrapbookers and like, I don't know even what to call them, ordinary scrapbookers or the scrapbookers that shop at Michael's, you know, and that's where they get their stuff, you know, like, cause they would look at something we make and be like, WTF, what is this? This is not a scrapbook page.
Well, and it's a lot like people who do double pages that like a lot of photos because their goal is, and there's nothing wrong with this. Their goal is to use the photos that they have on their page, and they don't need a lot of other stuff. But I just like the other stuff.
Yeah,
and like I get it. Like I have a ton of photos. I mean, even just like we went to the beach, and I sent her 44 photos just from my phone.
Yeah.
That's not the nice DSLR that we took to the beach with us.
Yeah,
with a cute little squirrel. He was so cute.
We need to.
We had to go through the woods to get to the beach. Yeah. So, you know, and so like I get a lot of the, you know, and I mean, it is really easy to go to Michael's and see all the stuff on sale, and you see the big packs of stacks of paper, because that was what I used to buy when I first started. I've given those packs away because, and I don't, I almost never buy packs now. Rarely, if I think it is one that I know I'll use, I will buy it because, I'm afraid I will have like. Because I bought like 6 or 10 packs when I first started, and I used like just a few of the papers. And it wasn't even papers that I would use. And like, you know, it was just like, oh, there's a pack of paper. That's such a good deal because it's like $11.
Yeah. Yep. I started out with just, what is that? Construction paper. That's what I used to use, was just construction paper. And what are those scissors? The little the pattern scissors. What are they called? I don't even know what they're called. Fiskars, right? Fiskars?
Yeah, the Fiskars ones.
That's what I started out, and I kind of cringe whenever I show the kids my like childhood album. But you know what? I wouldn't throw that thing away for anything.
No.
because that's part of who I was. That's part of my journey. So like it makes me sad when people like Victoria and Christy go through their layouts and they like throw away layouts. I'm like,
Sue's Fish does that too.
Oh my gosh,
she does that too.
It hurts my
She
heart.
reuses some of the stuff.
I know. Well, she's different. Like I love Sue's.
I know.
I could never do that. Like I hate those layouts, but I could never throw them away.
Oh yes, I know. I was talking to Megan about this.
We were talking about this the other night.
So Brianna, you're gonna get a kick out of this, okay? For sure. Okay, so when I first started scrapbooking, I'm in Hawaii. It's really hard to find a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I need to do mixed media. I'm seeing everybody do mixed media. Well, not everybody, but I was seeing a lot of people do it, and I was like, I got to try this. How do I make watercolors? I don't have any watercolors. Like, and I didn't want to go to this freaking PX and get a watercolor set. I don't know why, because this Hannah can't do it the normal way. So I'm a baker, and I have the gel food coloring dyes. Yeah. And that's what I used on my, no joke, one of my favorite beach layouts. I use blue, yellow, and like a teal color, and I like had it going down. It's so vibrant. I mean, gosh, it's, thank goodness it's in like a page protector. It probably is like one day, who knows what's going to happen. It's totally not archival safe. I am sure of it. You know,
that is
innovative. I know it is, and I made it work for me, and that's what I used for a while until I don't even. I'm trying to think, Jody.
Single Mom Scraps.
I feel like it was a little bit before that, but it was. Yeah, it really wasn't until I started using.
She had shimmer spray and like dazzlers and stuff like that. Texture paste.
I did get some of the Lindy Stamp Gang sprays too.
I do remember you getting, and you got like the color, the mixing one.
Oh yeah. What's her name? She does planners now.
Does she really?
Yeah, she does planners. She does like these really cute. Anyway,
you could buy different things and mix the colors and make your own.
What's her name? I can see her face too. But yeah, so she has these little powders, and you mix them, and I still have them. I still have them in my mixed media thing. I do.
That's awesome.
I should pull them out. And you can make your own sprays or add it to like pastes and stuff, and you can mix like it's like primary colors and stuff, and then you mix, or I say primary, like certain colors, and then you can make your own colors too with those colors. Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it, but I never actually got that stuff.
I did. I was like, well, and I was on top of a lot of that, some of that stuff too, though.
You were.
And I thought that it was like the best idea, but I just don't think she marketed it enough or something. Because like, though it was, if you weren't careful, you could make a big mess. It's like, I haven't tried those color bursts, which I don't know why I haven't tried those. Because it reminds me a little bit of the color burst. I wonder if you could use that. Like, see, now I'm like getting all these ideas. This is why we do lives.
I tried doing that once too, and I did not like it. I was like, I might as well just go spend $5 on this stupid spray.
See, okay, so I don't like, and I've done this before, but now I'm getting all mixed media, like pretentious here. I don't like adding water to like acrylic paint.
Yeah.
Because it can separate it. And in theory, it could alter the way the paint is later on in life. Because water is not the same chemical molecule balance. Like, this is me getting all scientific. I don't really do science. So it's, I feel like
this is really interesting.
This is like watching Miranda's videos sometimes. We love Miranda. She's explaining something that she can't explain. So just bear with me, okay? Now I know how she feels. No, I love Miranda. She's really fun, but anyway, yes. So the molecules, when you add water, the paint molecules don't hook onto the water molecules.
It's like oil and water.
Yes. So they're separate. So in theory, if it's on your page, or on if you had it on a canvas, you could ruin your canvas because the paint could actually lift off. So that's all I'm saying is that I actually don't like doing that. You can get the liquid airbrush medium or liquid medium, and it thins it out a lot better, and then it's actual paint.
I didn't know that.
So anyway,
this is interesting stuff that we're learning from Hannah.
In my
media
unscientific mind, me trying to explain it. Hopefully I explained it well enough that sort of got the point across. But I mean, you can totally use water. It's probably not going to make much of a difference. I mean, it was like me using the gels on so, but still.
Yeah. It's fun going down
memory lane. It is.
Remembering where we started and then where we're at now. And that's the biggest reason why I would never throw away those old layouts. Even though I cringe when I look at them, I'm just like, this is so cool. Because I was a kid when I started.
Angela said she uses rubbing alcohol and Sharpies.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. They have so many, Sharpies have so many colors.
Colors.
Really, how much liquid can you get? Well, I guess it depends how much alcohol, but
that's not too bad of an idea.
I know.
But now you're all famous and with shimmers.
Oh yeah, I'm famous. Woo! I'm so famous. I am not famous, but that's okay. Especially this year, I realized how famous I wasn't.
It's all good.
My goal is never to be famous.
So. What? I can't believe you.
My goal wasn't. It isn't. Hey, I can't even get on. Well, of course, I haven't applied in a long time, but I couldn't even get on Pink Paisley and American Crafts or whatever. I got on Hip Kits. Yeah, I
was like, you did not.
I thought you said
on Hip Kits.
I thought you said Click Kits. Yes, it's okay. It's probably better. I found better people at Click Kits.
I know.
I really do like. Gia is awesome.
She is awesome.
So, yeah. And Erica was really fun too. I had fun working with them.
Yeah.
I actually really miss taking pictures for stuff. I might just have to start staging stuff and we're just going to pretend that that's what Hannah's job is.
Why not?
Because I miss that. I don't know if any of you guys knew this because they didn't really say it. But now that Click Hits is different, I was the one who took pictures for over a year. It was probably almost 2 years. I took the kit pictures. So
Mandy, okay, we're going to change the subject a little bit. We're still talking about design teams.
Okay.
So you say that you can't get on design teams. So I had the same problem for a long time. I tried getting on
I know. I always felt really bad.
I tried getting on Click Kits. I tried so many different design teams. And I finally feel like I found my place and where I was meant to be. And I didn't even apply for the position. They came to me and they said, hey, we love your stuff. Will you be on our design team? And I'm little crafty Meggy, I didn't ever think anybody would approach me, but I've actually been approached a couple of times by different people. And so my suggestion on this is not necessarily don't go looking for a design team, but just let it happen organically. And it's hard. It's hard to wait. I was on Spiegel Mom Scraps for a year, I think. And that one I did apply for and I did get that position. But I mean, you have to wait and you have to find your group.
Yeah, I think
you have to find your people.
You got to apply for places that
it's hard to explain that you agree with or fit in with.
Yeah.
So I'm on the scrapbookingstore.com kit club, and it's actually a kit that I've looked into before, but I never signed up for it or anything. And then they're the ones that came to me, but it's just it just happened organically. And it's kind of like friendship. You just kind of have to be in the groups and you have to be commenting on things and you have to be present.
I think that's part of it is you really got to be involved.
And that's a good way to put it.
because that's where you build relationships with certain people. And like, especially nowadays, it's really easy to know who the owners or who the people who maybe have a little bit more say in how teams, who's picking teams. And, you know, and you work on the relationship. So you're not doing it to get in, like, I mean, you are, but
but it's happening more organically.
You kind of have to think about it as a friendship.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you can invest in time and then realize, oh, I don't really like these people. So, and that's where that really helps you know if you're going to fit in as you start having like these organic conversations with people, and you comment, and you know, I feel like it helps to do a lot of challenges and stuff. And like HipKit does have a lot of challenges, and they have shown my stuff before. So it's like, in theory, eventually, maybe I could have gotten on HipKits, but I kind of got to the point where I was like, I'm not waiting for this train. So
I would love to guest design more than actually be on team.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where, like, even if you're in the groups and you're making friends and you're talking with people, like, those opportunities are gonna come up.
Yeah.
Like, I've done a few guest design
positions. You guest designed for Citrus Twist.
I did for Citrus Twist, and I think I did Click Kits once, I think. There's a couple more, but it's just like, get in the groups and just be present. Like,
and then when they have the things, you just gotta
and share your stuff. Like, that's the other thing.
You tag them,
tag companies, tag designers. I'm awful at tagging companies and designers, but
I do that a lot.
I've heard
but
that's
because I was on, because with Click Hits, I kind of became aware that I needed to do that. Not that they told me I had to, but you know, when you start doing that, you start realizing that.
Someone asked a little while back, what is the name of your business or channel? So Hannah has.
I have the Crafty Maven Getaway, and then the channel.
And that channel.
And actually right now I'm only on Shimmer's design team. So I kept that because I really love Shimmer's. And they're such a fun team to work for. So and I'm kind of like moving up in Shimmer's, I guess. I was really only on the social media one, so I only had to post on social media, or on like Instagram and stuff. I didn't have to do like a video, but I'm gonna be moving to their video YouTube channel. So cool. In August, at the end of August. So I'm excited about that because I love Shimmers.
And then my channel, I don't know if you were curious about my channel. I'm Crafty Meggy, pretty much everywhere.
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah. So it definitely helps when you use people's products. And I will say, this is where it's hard because companies want to see you use their stuff exclusively. So that's where it gets, so you kind of just gotta, unless it's a kit club, and then you can mix, but
Yes. I have my own channel is Crafty Meggy. Okay.
I know. Well, and it's like us talking.
I know, and then it's behind, the questions are behind. Or comments, whatever.
But so I feel like it can take a lot of work to get into teams.
Well, I mean, I just got asked to be on this design team like last year. And I've been on YouTube,
and you've tried out for a lot of stuff. I mean, we've had like a lot of conversations of like, Hannah, should I do this? I don't know why I'm doing this.
Why
and like waiting to hear. It's like, because like even when I've applied to like the big places, and of course I haven't done that in a while because
they're not really doing it.
They're not really doing calls that much anymore. But also I know like if I apply for them and if I did happen to get on it, that I would have to do the work. And so some of it is like, I didn't think I had the time to put in to
it's
doing the work.
Time commitment.
So, yeah. Well, thank you, Mandy.
Thank you. That is really nice. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love reading people's comments, like on my videos.
Especially this month, I've been trying to work really hard. Actually, I haven't done it in a few days because we've kind of been busy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to get in there and say,
comment. If I don't
so
get
many
on
people
and
have been commenting on stuff that
it's hard to keep up, especially because we've been together.
Yeah.
We've just been doing everything.
We kind of like have forgotten. Actually, I need to post our photos from that we took when we went to the beach and stuff.
I know, and you need to give me those photos too.
Oh, I thought
the ones on the camera.
Yeah, I thought you were going to take it right from the camera.
Oh, well, anyway, I never did.
You love this conversation. This is like
a lot of behind the scenes.
You can be in it.
It's really hot in here now too.
It's because I had to close the door.
I know.
But anyway, so we probably should get off.
Yeah,
I
was just thinking, holy cow,
we kind of went way from the stash thing. So let's wrap it up back to stash. I feel like we got to wrap it back up.
Yeah.
Okay. So we started off talking about stash and stash kits. And it's like, I am all for new stuff, you know?
Yeah, Jane. So not to like interrupt.
No, that's fine.
But we have a friend, Beth Solar, and she's been talking about how she's been doing a lot of sewing and she loves to make quilts and stuff, which is so interesting to hear her talk about that because I don't really hear her talk about that stuff. So that's been kind of fun listening to her, but she also is getting to the point where she misses the paper crafting and she's like, she wants to come back.
I feel like just even with paper crafting, you kind of like different areas in it, you can like ebb and flow because it's like, I don't know what it is about us paper people, but we got to have like 50 million different avenues of hobbies.
Yeah.
Well, and I know like I like to read.
Yeah.
And like, so like sometimes I'll get in reading binges and I'm like reading instead of scrapbooking.
Yep. That's happened to me quite a few times this year.
Or like I like to bake too.
Yeah.
And there'll be certain times where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to make cupcakes every week. That means I have to eat cupcakes every week. Because I don't want my kids eating all the cupcakes because they'll be crazy. I should just let them eat the cupcakes and then not feel bad that I ate all the cupcakes.
Yep. You should.
But yeah.
Okay, so back to what you were
saying.
Back
to stash. Stash kits are cool.
They are cool. And if you're just joining us, we have a series called For the Love of Homemade Kits.
Wow, Mandy, that's awesome.
That sounds like me. I read the selection series in 7 days. It was 5 books in 7 days, which is insane for me. Usually takes me
I feel like that was a quick read series.
It was. It really was. You could easily finish 1 book a day.
I know. I haven't finished the book. Like I started rereading a series that I had read and I still didn't finish the second book yet. I'm like near the end. I'm like,
you gotta do that.
Left. But
yes. So yeah. We have the For the Love of Homemade Kits series that we're doing right now.
Yep.
And we will leave links. So if you come back and you find this video on Hannah's channel, we'll have links in the description to all of the things we talked about in this video.
Yeah.
So if you're curious, you can find them.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a recipe. So it's like, I know I've mentioned this. We were planning on doing like a mini kit for August. But you can totally make it a big kit.
A big kit. You can. Well, that's kind of what I like about our series is it's not like they're rigid rules. Like you have to do this and you have to do this. It's just like a starting off point, kind of like with scraplifting and sketches. It's like you start off with this list and then you just kind of do your own thing. And that's what's so fun about the series is that you get to see all of these different people making different kits and then how they use them. And that's, I mean, originally that's kind of why we started it because we wanted to use our stash and we wanted to see the difference between the layouts we would make.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially knowing that we have different styles.
Exactly. Yeah, it's super fun. We have very different styles. Okay. Is there a particular theme that makes you reach for stash over new stuff?
No.
Nope. Yeah. It's a very straightforward answer.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Well, and because I feel like for me, I am very, whatever is inspiring me is what I want to scrap.
Mm-hmm.
But it usually tends to go with like the seasons. So like in winter, I want to scrap winter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really hard time, though I was able to get quite a bit of December daily stuff
I know
done.
you did last month.
This month or in July. And I want to finish it. And so I'm planning on Mondays sharing December Daily, which means I got to work on it because this Monday, obviously, I didn't.
You didn't. Yeah.
But I don't think there's really going to be much of anything this week. Like as far as schedule wise goes, that's one of my hopes for this next month is getting more of a. But so like now it's summer and I can tell I want to scrap summer. And then in fall, I'll want to scrap fall. And it'll all be about the fall stuff. So like, and I don't buy consistently in certain parts of the year. Like I don't buy every season. So especially right now, sometimes I used to. And in Hawaii, I bought a lot of stuff. Like I still can't believe, like I was buying from paper issues but that's because I could buy from them and Cassie could get it to me nice and quick. Yeah. And because she's super quick.
I know she is. No matter where you live.
You just have to be like right on top of everything because otherwise you will miss a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I don't feel like now that I'm back in the regular United States that I have good luck with buying in her store. I haven't bought from her in a while.
I haven't either. I love her store.
I know, I do too. But every time I go there, I'm like, there's nothing here. It's not the stuff
you have to be there like day.
You do. You have to
day
stop
one,
it. And
second one.
I don't have time for that anymore. Yeah. So, but yeah, so like this year, I bought stuff a little bit later from CHA, Creative Asian. Sorry. I can't.
I know, you keep saying it.
Like, I can't not really think of it like that. And a lot of it was like more summery stuff. And so now I want to use all my new stuff. But when we did the stash kit, we made it summery. So like it's really hard not to mix them together. It is really
because you want to use up the new stuff before you reach for the old stuff.
I know. That's why I always make sure I add something new to my kit.
Yeah. So I guess that would be the answer to your question. Like if we've just bought something or if we bought something in the wintertime that was for summer, like we want to start reaching for that summer stuff in the summer or the season that we're in over the stash kit, I guess.
Yeah.
So yes and no.
I think that's the nice thing about stash kits is you can make it themey if you want to make it themey or you can make it generic. And sometimes I want it more generic. Because just because I'm in a season doesn't mean I want like all like summer, like.
And that's all you want to scrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
True. So.
Okay. I think that was the last question we had.
Yeah.
Any more questions before we jump off?
Yeah. I'm surprised we really haven't been bugged by my kids.
I know. I'm surprised. It's almost been 2 hours.
I know. And they're not starving.
They're on their Kindles.
They're on their Kindles. Yeah. See you.
I know
how it is. I'm like, yes, you can have it early today, so we can do it live. I'm like the best parent ever.
Scheming mothers.
Nah, I'll pay for it later, but that's okay. All month of July, well, I've been trying to post every day. Sure, you can have your pet early. Because I know they won't be bugging me that they're bored.
And you can get stuff done, actually.
No, I needed summer break this year. Like,
you did.
Majorly. You did. Usually I can, like get away with getting my kids to do a little bit of school in the summer. so that we can have other times of breaks. And this year I was like, no, I don't have it in me. And I'm okay with that.
Yep. Okay. Well, should we jump off?
I think so.
Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you guys for coming.
It was so fun chatting.
Yes, it was. And I know that a couple of you guys had said from last time that you really enjoyed it. So I thank you. I know I didn't respond because we were kind of busy this weekend. But yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for being all chatty too.
Yeah,
that
makes it even more fun. I feel weird. Well, especially when you're like by yourself and you're doing a live and you're like, okay, no one's chatting.
Okay. Well, I should rephrase this. It does feel a little weird, but I still pretend like it's not weird, and I just act like I'm talking to you or whatever, and then that makes it okay. So I just roll with it, but it is much better when people actually
chat. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. And I don't know, maybe we got to figure out a way to do like scrap chatty, like with both of us.
Yeah, we'll have to like
through
Zoom or something. I don't know. I don't really like Zoom.
No, I know, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out because I really feel like
that would be fun to do like once a month.
Yeah, because we used to do the Scrappy chat in Facebook.
Even,
but that was when you could do the dual, and now they won't let you do that. So they're not cool. Facebook stinks sometimes. I don't know why. Why did they get rid of that option?
I don't know.
I mean,
because it was hurting their business. No one knows.
How can Facebook isn't even a real business?
It is a business, though. Do you know how rich that guy is? Oh my god!
Where does he get his money from? Because we don't pay for him.
Ads. People pay lots of money for ads.
I know,
on Facebook.
Anyway,
yeah,
I know. Like Zuckerberg is very rich.
Very rich.
He had a good idea.
He did have a good idea. Well,
and the person who came up with YouTube is pretty smart too.
That is true. It makes you wonder how the person that came up with MySpace feels. Do you remember MySpace?
Yes,
I remember MySpace before Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that person feels? Like
the person who did Periscope.
That's true.
I don't know if any of you guys tried Periscope, but I sure did, and that lasted like a month. And I couldn't.
I did.
There was a lot of creepy, and there was a lot of things that was
weird,
very not good.
Yeah,
you had to be really careful.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
So,
yep. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah, it was definitely just like
I know. Now everybody's on TikTok. I'm not doing TikTok.
No, we're not doing TikTok.
And we're not doing scrappy stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
Though, would people watch?
No. I would not watch it.
I don't know.
I don't even have Snapchat. Do you remember Sam asked me the other morning, like,
because
I'm looking for a specific app.
I know.
I'm
like, it looks like a ghost.
I'm like, oh yeah.
My kids, by the way, my kids really are not allowed to touch my phone, and I haven't done Snapchat in like a year because I used to do Snapchat a little bit.
Yeah.
Like because the filters are fun. They are fun. I feel like we should do a fun filter. Just it'd be fun. I might have to get you drunk.
No. No. I am not a millennial. Even though
I'm not a millennial either.
Technically, we are millennials, and I gave birth to a millennial too. So I hate the labels.
I'm not. I'm Gen X. We're Gen X. The very end of it.
I know. I agree with you.
And it depends where you look.
It does depend.
What they'll tell you. So we can find many evidences that we are Gen X. Living in a millennial world. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out
putting up with our random.
Yeah, we're very random,
but
around
it makes it fun.
It does.
I feel like
it does.
We can be okay with that.
Yep.
But thank you guys for chatting, and we will see you guys later. And I will see you guys on my channel next week with regular stuff,
or later this week.
Yeah. If I can get those videos.
You can get
I actually have like 3 videos that I need to edit and voiceover.
So let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
I want to say this real quick. Okay, before we're off, Megan is going to voice over one of mine, and I'm going to voice over one of her layouts, and we will be posting those on our channels too. So be on the lookout for that. We don't know, but we'll make sure. We'll have to put it in the title or something. That's how it was. So if you think that'll be fun to watch,
we should do it when we're drunk.
No,
that would be fun.
I won't.
You won't get drunk, or you won't do it.
Well, I probably won't be as drunk as you are.
No, I'm a very lightweight, but it's fun.
Yeah, you sound drunk after like one
drink.
One thing, Megan.
I get really happy.
She does. And I'm just always happy in my
You
house.
are.
So it probably, I feel like it's hard to tell with me.
Yeah, it is.
I hide it well. Anyway, have a good evening, guys.
Yes, I like that. Xennials.
Yes.
Zennials?
See, that's what
Zennials.
we are. Zennials.
We're our own thing. Bye.